What if the world didn't end because it wasn't meant to? In December 2012, millions of people waited for disaster. News headlines screamed apocalypse. Religions argued. Hollywood sold fear. But deep in the jungles of Central America, carved into stone centuries ago, the Maya left behind something far more disturbing than a prediction. They didn't warn about destruction. They warned about time itself, a force that resets civilizations, erases empires, and begins again without mercy. To understand what they truly meant, we must return to a world where time was alive and endings were sacred. Forget the myth of primitive tribes. The Maya were among the most advanced thinkers of the ancient world. They mapped the stars without telescopes, calculated eclipses centuries in advance, used mathematics that included zero long before Europe understood it. Their cities were aligned to solstices. Their temples functioned as astronomical instruments. Their kings ruled by communicating with gods through ritual bloodletting. To the Maya, time was not measured. It was worshipped. They believed the universe existed in layers, 13 heavens above, 9 underworlds below, and Earth trapped between, constantly shifting through cycles of birth and collapse. And to track these cycles, they built a system no civilization dared to attempt. The biggest misconception is that the Maya used one calendar. They used 3, running simultaneously. The Tzolk'in, the sacred calendar, 260 days, each day ruled by a god, each birth date assigned a destiny. Some days were meant for leadership, others demanded sacrifice. Some were cursed. Time itself had a personality. The Hab, the solar calendar, 365 days, used for farming, seasons, and civil life. But at the end were 5 days feared by everyone, called Wayib. During Wayib, no journeys, no celebrations, no fires. The Maya believed the boundary between worlds weakened. The dead could cross. And then there was the long count. The long count was not about days. It was about eras. Time was stacked into massive units. Kin, 1 day. Tun, nearly a year. Katan, to 20 years. Baktan, 394 years. 13 Baktans formed one great cycle, over 5,125 years. The Maya believed the universe had already been created and destroyed multiple times before humanity. Flooded worlds, burned skies, collapsed heavens. We were not special. We were temporary. The date, 13.0.0.0.0. Modern media said the calendar ends, but the Maya never said that. Their inscriptions show dates far beyond 2012, millions of years into the future. The long count didn't end. It reset, like a heartbeat, like a cycle of breath, like death feeding rebirth. The fear came from us, because we fear endings. The Maya embraced them. Time had rulers. Each Baktan was carried by a god, often shown, bound, beheaded, sacrificed. When a cycle ended, the god was exhausted. One god terrified modern readers. Bolan Yacht K, god of war, chaos, transition, the underworld. A damaged stone mentions his return at the end of the 13th Baktan, not to destroy the world, but to mark change. The Maya never feared gods ending the world. They feared imbalance. The Maya didn't disappear overnight. They collapsed slowly. Deforestation, climate stress, overpopulation, political chaos. The same patterns they carved into stone, they lived through. Their calendars were not prophecy. They were pattern recognition, a warning etched in time. The calendar was a mirror. It asked one question across thousands of years. When the cycle resets, will you survive the change? The world doesn't end. Civilizations do. The Maya were not alone in understanding power, time, and collapse. Across the ocean, along the Nile, an African empire rose that history barely speaks of. An empire that conquered Egypt, crowned black pharaohs, and ruled in silence. Next episode, the African empire that ruled Egypt to prosperity. Subscribe, because the past isn't gone. It's watching.